For section 1.1, variables and expressions, this is part 2, where we'll describe talk about the words that describe operations. So here we have 4 different categories on your guided notes: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So we want to describe the words that fit into those categories. So for addition, we have add, more, sum, increase by, together, plus, combined, and. For subtraction, we have difference, subtract, decreased by, take away, minus, fewer, from, and less than. For multiplication, we have 5 words that fit into that category: product, of, times, multiple. You could also say multiply if it's in there. And then one that means multiplying by 2 twice. For division, you have quotient, shared, divided by, per, and ratio. Those are all the words that we'll be talking about and will be mixed into word problems that we'll need to be able to take away from and set up our own equations. Now I want to talk more about some specific ones considered tricky words: less than and quantity of. Now I know quantity of wasn't over there, but it fits into a different category, but we'll get there. So less than, now if I say 4 less than 2. Now what this is saying to me is that it's a little different than a normal subtraction. If I would have said 4 minus 2, then you would have thought, oh, 4 minus 2, just how it reads. Now 4 less than 2 is a little different. 4 less than 2 is that I have 2 and I have 4 less than that. So actually it needs to kind of switch around, so it's actually saying 2 minus 4 instead of 4 minus 2. So the reason why this is tricky is that you actually have to take your numbers when you're writing them down and switch them around. So less than tells you to switch the numbers before you subtract. Okay? Now, less than is not the only word that does that. Other words that do the same thing and we already stated those were from and fewer. Oops, I shouldn't probably put that since that's an addition word. From, fewer. Okay? Let's go back to quantity of. Now here, if I say I have the quantity of something, I'm usually putting that or setting that aside. So let's take a phrase. So if I say 2 times the quantity of four and 7. If I write that out into algebraic sense, I'm taking 2 times 4 and 7. Remember, that means a plus, so 4 plus 7. But the quantity of, meaning I want to have them separate, I want to put them together first and then multiply by 2, so I need parentheses. So what quantity of really stands for is the parentheses. So it's just a way of using words to group things together so that you do them first before you do something else. Okay, have fun.